I'm Abigail Hendrick. I'm a member of the Society of Women Engineers at Grand Valley State University, and I'm majoring in computer engineering. I chose to be an engineer because I love problem solving. I remember being little and loving to play with Legos. I used to make my own kites out of paper and sticks, and once I even took apart and reassembled my bike. And all of those problem solving activities helped me realize that I really enjoyed solving problems. So I decided to major in engineering. So I'm a computer engineer, and I'm going to tell you about computers today. Computers may not always be what you think. For example, this is a computer, but so is this Xbox. So is this project, and this is also a computer. Not only that, but this tiny little thing is a computer too. But today I'm going to be focusing on one computer, something you might have seen before. It's this. So we moved down to the floor to have a little more room. Before I begin, I want to say don't ever do this at home unless you know what you're doing. Computers are delicate, they're full of pieces of electronics, so yeah, just get training. Let's open this up. You can see inside of a computer. So first thing you might notice is there's a lot of metal. There's this big metal square, and then there's this big metal square. First, let me point out that this case is very heavy duty, and it's actually an important part of the computer in order to keep all of the inside components safe. So let's look at this first. Now this big metal square, which does not usually come out this easily, but I took out some screws already. You can see right here where it plugs into the wall. This is called the power supply, and it helps deliver electricity to all of the other components like this and down here. So this is where all the power is regulated. Now this is attached by a lot of cords, so I'm not going to try and pull it out right now. This, on the other hand, this is another one of the things you first notice when you open up a computer, and it is the hard drive. A lot of things on a computer are hinged, so I can just lift it up like this. And the hard drive is very important. You can pop it right out like this. A hard drive stores all the information on your computer. It stores it in things called bits, and bits are like switches. They can be either on or off. On is a 1 and off is a 0. So whenever you open a program on your computer, it goes and looks at all the data inside of this little metal square and then makes the program for you. Another really important thing in your computer is how to display images. And that is done through another computer inside of your computer, and that's called a graphics card. Again, these do not usually come out this easily, but I took off some screws so we'd be able to do it. I have 2 graphics cards in this computer. Go ahead and pull this one off. You can see this one has a pretty cool fan that helps keep this computer cool. And this itself is a whole other computer that helps display everything on your monitor. So we'll pull out both of my graphics cards here. One of them was a special, like one for playing video games exclusively, and this one does not have the tag on it anymore. Came with the computer. There we go. So now we have our 2 graphics cards and our hard drive pulled right out of the computer. Alright, so a lot of these components are all like soldered in, and that means they're attached to the computer with metal. So there's only really a few things that I can pull out and show you right now. Another very important piece is called RAM. And they're these little sticks like this. RAM helps your computer run faster. So It works together with your hard drive to store data, but RAM gets your data a whole lot faster than your hard drive does. The last thing I wanted to show you before I stop this video is one of the most important parts of your computer, and it's this little chip right here that says Intel. That is your central processing unit. That is what processes everything on your computer, and it's basically like the brains of the whole thing. So I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about what's inside computers today. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Abigail Hendrick with the Society of Women Engineers at Grand Valley State University.